Well, howdy do, everybody. Welcome to Dulcimerica. My name is Futch. Thank you very much for joining me as I'm on the road in between Tennessee and Kentucky. Was just doing a mode day yesterday in Columbia, Tennessee, and I'm on my way to the Ohio Valley Gathering, and I'm in a parking lot of a Cracker Barrel, and I figured I would share with you 3 levels of groove to your playing. Just little things that you can do to make whatever you're playing a bit more dancey, a bit more kind of boogie in your seat kind of a thing. So let's start off with the first level, and this is a very nice way of putting a groove into anything you're playing without anything too fancy. And that involves putting accents on beats 2 and 4 if we're in 4/4 time. So if we've got 4 quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sweating all over the instrument. 1, 2, 3, 4. All are the same volume, right? We're going to play 2 and 4 a little bit louder, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, automatically, that kind of makes you want to do a little head fake and get things going here. And what else is going on is I'm playing 1 and 3, maybe even a little quieter to draw more attention to the 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay. Now, to show you what a big difference it makes when you shift these accents to one side, let's do accents on 1 and 3 and play 2 and 4 a little quieter and just see how these 4 quarter notes suddenly feel a little bit different. 1, 2, 4. How does that feel to you? It feels maybe a little marchy, very kind of rigid, and doesn't feel very dancey at all. Let's go ahead and move that accent back over to 2 and 4 and make 1 and 3 a little bit quieter and see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is that we're hearing, and why does it propel the music forward the way it does? Well, I think it has a lot to do with the use of drums in music, and we're so used to hearing drums in Western music quite a bit. So what we're hearing is if the kick drum is on 1 and 3, the crack of the snare is on 2 and 4. So boom, tap, boom, tap, boom, tap. And oftentimes, what really drives a song is the snare, not so much the kick, because of that feeling. Maybe it's an afterbeat for a lot of people, but we're actually playing all strong beats here. So it's hard to say what exactly makes it work, but if you play 1 and 3 accents versus 2 and 4 accents, you can see the difference in your dancing crowd. All right, so now let's go ahead and put this into play with a piece of music. Let's do Boiled M Cabbage, why not? So here's Boiled M Cabbage just straight. Now with accents on 2 and 4. How fun is that? You can do it with any music that's in 4/4 time. You can do anything. You can even do it in 2/4 time and just put your accent on 2 and play 1 a little quieter. So that's one little trick that you can use to put a little groove into your beats, into your music, into your playing. Now let's take it a step further and do something that I think a lot of people have seen Joni Mitchell do, which is use a left hand palm mute and also a strum at the same time to get some percussion. That thwack that you're going to hear, also called a chuck by a lot of people, is basically on 2 and 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, So I'm trying to keep that chuck happening on 2 and 4. And what I'm doing is I'm laying my hand on the strings so that they're muted, so they don't make any sound except for this crunchy noise that is like a percussion instrument. So what I'm doing there is, so instead of playing a strum, I'm getting the chuck on 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Joni actually did like a thing with her fist and so forth. Extra percussion maybe going on. I like to think of the Mountain Dulcimer as a percussion instrument with strings on it. So you can do all kinds of stuff to get extra sounds going on. But this muting of the strings is giving you that nice thwack that a percussion instrument, a shaker, or a snare drum would give you to propel your song. Now the thing about just putting my full hand down on the strings like that is it's going to silence them, period, on an open strum. But what if we want to change chords? What do we do then? There are a number of things that we can do, and the first thing I want to show you here is coming in and let's say we want to play D major and go to G major. So I might want to choose a 3-1-0 chord. And what I can do is I can lift my fingers up off of the fretboard but leave them on the strings, and that will effectively also mute the strings as well for that chuck as it comes in. Except for one thing. I'm not touching the melody string and it's ringing out because I'm hitting it, but I'm not actually muting it. So in this case, if I wanted to use this chord shape, I would actually play a 3-1-3 and then also get my thumb on the melody string so that when I lift them up off of my fingers up off of the fretboard but keep them on the strings, I'll get that stopping. And also I can get my thwack in or my chuck in as well. All I'm doing is lifting my fingers up off of the fretboard but leaving them on the strings so that they silence. And then add the strum to that moment, and there is your chuck. Now I could have also just gone 3-3-5 and played G major up here, but that was a little higher than I wanted to go. So I was doubling up the G in this case. What if I wanted to use a 101 chord for A major? That middle string is going to give you some issues. So you could play a 1-2-1 and cover all the strings. Or you could play a 1-2-4, I know, but why? Or you could play a 4-4-6.5. Either way, you can get in there 2, 3, and D, G, A. So there is another level of groove where we're actually going to be taking chords and then making those chords turn into a chuck by lifting our fingers up off of the fretboard and leaving them on the strings to silence them, and then using that opportunity with the strings muted to add a chuck in there. Well, those are two levels of groove, I think, that if you bounce back and forth between them, they'll give you lots and lots of options for adding this sort of a vibe to your music. And next time we talk, I'll come up with something else in the parking lot of somewhere else. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you next time. People wandering around outside of the camper. Go!